What is it, my friends? I'm your host, the Dread Pirate Space Buns, and this is Positivity Juice. Anyways, I have searched and searched and searched for a way to say this. And it's something that I feel like got worse as I got older, and probably because I stopped writing so much poetry and expressing my emotions in those ways. Starting letting my emotions get a little bit jumbled up in imagery instead, and using things like painting and other, none of that matters. But the point is that I couldn't quite figure out the right way to say what I wanted to say here. But this quote, I think there's space there. This quote totally, it explains it. So we're gonna do that. Okay. I'm terrible at this. I don't know what happened. An entire sea of water can't sink a ship unless it gets inside of the ship. Similarly, the negativity of the world can't put you down unless you allow it to get inside of you. The negativity of the world cannot get you down unless you allow it to get inside of you. Holy snaps. I felt that, and I felt those words, and I've tried to find the way to put this because so many reasons. First off, we all interact online, and I know that, you're all here online, and the online world can be rainbows and sunshine and so much magic and beauty and connection, but it can also be a very volatile and scary place sometimes. Very lonely and very hurtful. Even sometimes I myself deal with some of these things where I'm just like, wow, that was an insecurity. Did you have to come for that? I guess, but okay, thanks. See you on the other side. Cool. This is exactly what I try to do, though. I try to remember that I'm just a ship in the ocean. But there's a lot of ships in the ocean. Sometimes the ocean gets a little small at points, because there are canals and there are gulfs and there are all sorts of places where the ocean just kind of closes off. Islands and things get close to each other. We have to remember that sometimes our ships have to come rather close to each other. We may not know each other very well, or we may be just different kinds of things that may not be more familiar with each other, so we may not have that understanding yet. I think it's easy to let the negativity be personal. Whether that means people that we know or people that we don't know. Quite frankly, people that we know, that negativity is not always as personal as it seems. I have known plenty of times that people have said things not always nice, about me, and when we've talked through it later, you've come to find out, hey, look at all these things that were going on while you had this going on, and it does make sense why you got as upset as you did, or handled things the way that you did. At the end of the day, I chose not to let their negativity inside of my ship, not let it sink me and bring me down to their negativity, so I could stay floating, hope that maybe they came back up floating too, and when they did, we could talk things out and maybe float together again. And I think sometimes that's the way it goes online too. I don't think people always are saying things to be mean. I definitely think there's always the room for, we all kind of speak different versions of English, even if we're speaking the same English. If the Aussie slang videos are not proof enough of that, I had no idea what those words meant. No idea. But still, that's English. It's not my English. And there are places, even in my country, the United States, where they talk completely different than I do. And I remember one time, one of my friends, in high school was from states up north, and we went to a gas station, and she was like, I want some pop. And I was like, why do you want pops? She's like, I want pop. And I was like, I don't get why you want pops at like lunchtime on a road trip. And she looks at me and she goes, what do you think I'm talking about? And I was like, are you talking about corn pops, like cereal? And she looks like freaking, she just like looked at me like I was insane. And she was like, no, I mean soda pop. And I was like, what's soda pop? I'd never heard soda pop before in my life. And that was definitely first. And I was like, huh? Because where I'm from, we just call it soda. Soda. That's it. But then again, sometimes still I hear I have an accent and I don't know this. That's the thing. Sometimes I think just people are saying things in a way that maybe we don't understand them. So I always try to just have a conversation with people. Try to leave things at a baseline, at an easy to understand place, so that we can just get to a line that we both understand and see if we can have a conversation and might be able to understand each other. There are plenty of people that I'm sure still don't like me or end up still hating me, and that is fine. Not everyone has to like you in life. But it is important that your ship stays afloat and that your ship stays happy. And to do that, you have to keep all of that negative energy. You have to keep it balanced. Just the right amount. I don't really think ships need water to float. But we kind of need negativity. We kind of need that growth. We need those lessons. So yeah, you don't have to let all of it get you down. The world is crazy right now, you guys. I wish I had an answer to say that made it all better. Except for that right now, if we take this in, if we share, if we talk about this, and we use whatever lessons are coming from this, then I really hope that we have a chance at building a brighter future. And maybe not just through us, but maybe by what we can leave behind here on the internet. Maybe by what we can teach our kids and the next generations of the world. Maybe we can just use some of these things that we're learning from feeling way too much right now to make the world a better place as the future goes on. So remember, guys, you don't have to let all of it in. You don't have to let the bad and the sad and the negativity of this world bring you down, drown you out, or sink your ship. It's your ship. And the ocean is just filled with vibes, good and bad. You're allowed to pick and choose. You're allowed to take care of you. Alright, guys. Dread Pyro Space Buns, signing